I'm Joshua Yoon of Econ News reporting if a government should or should not help the economy. While some critics argue that a government should let their economy and people take care of itself and not closely watch over it, I argue that helping and watching government is the wiser and better choice to run a kingdom, empire, country, or other unified lands because a helpful and watchful government can make the economy avoid major market problems. On the other hand, a government that doesn't do anything for its economy can't help its people in an economic catastrophe. When Rome fell in 732 because of economic disasters, there were two economic disasters because of it. Two of them were of tax and inflation from wars and government and political corruption. If those two combined, it made a civil war between the inhabitants of Rome and made life horrible for Romans of any status. These problems could have been avoided if the government watched over its government and people. Seeing Rome's mistake, Charlemagne let liberty with his courts and dukes. Also, he and other royal inspectors always oversaw his empire. From his rule, the mini Renaissance came, making a light for the people of the Dark Ages. King William's new system of feudalism made the economy protected for all the vassals watch over everyone. From feudalism, I found that I was half right on my thesis. Although feudalism made the economy less productive, it made the economy last throughout the Middle Ages. So in total, feudalism made protection but less profit, which is better in the Middle Ages since there is an economy. Fast forwarding to the next economic disaster, the Great Depression crashed the economy and the people of America. Not only did it make people go homeless and bankrupt, it also made life very horrible. The classical economic theory, or the neoclassical theory, was the economy that America used before the Great Depression. From here, I noticed that the classical economic theory made the economy get more profit, but for a few the roaring 20s. But then it made more vulnerable for economic catastrophes like the Great Depression. To fix the Great Depression, John Keynes made his famed Keynes theory. This theory explains that the government have to help the economy, which is my thesis. From certain solutions, the theory says that inflation, which the Great Depression is, can be fixed. With the help of factories and jobs popping for World War II, the Keynes theory fixed the Great Depression. The modern United States, we all use the mixed economy. This explains that the government uses both the Keynes theory and the classical economic theory, making my argument only half wrong. For in the modern world, the economy doesn't have much threats like they did in the Middle Ages. So to make the economy get more profit, they use the classical economic theory, but it will still be protected using the Keynes theory. So in total, I was only half right in my argument. For my argument will still be right if the economy needs major protection like they did in the Middle Ages. But in the modern world, the economy doesn't need much protection, and that's why they use the mixed economy to make more profit and protection. This is Joshua Yoon of Econ News, and thank you for watching.
Let's assume you live in a small town where nobody sells bananas. In other words, zero supply. Now, let's also assume that the people who live there would love to eat bananas. In other words, there's a decent demand for bananas. As we can see, there's currently an imbalance. People want bananas, but there are no sellers. Peter understands this and starts selling bananas. At the beginning, his profits will be huge because lots of people want bananas and he's the only one who has them. As time passes, however, Sarah will notice how well Peter is doing and start selling bananas herself. This increases the supply of bananas and diminishes Peter's profit potential. The more people start selling bananas, the more supply there will be. If too many people end up selling bananas, but the demand doesn't increase as well, there will be too much supply and some of them will go out of business. Eventually, some kind of a balance tends to be reached.